The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the May 3rd, the magical, magnificent, marvelous Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, well, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We're going to go figure out what the bulls and bears, what the buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on it at 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. You can always go ahead and send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put a radio show question, of course, in our Tiger's Den. Well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on magical, marvelous, magnificent Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Mixed bag out here. Dow's up 274, S&P 15, NASDAQ is off 50. Russell's up 12. Semis are down 42. Trannies are up 270. The New York Stock Exchange up 126. Wilshire up 109. Spot volatility trading out at 1843 below its 50-day exponential moving average. That means it's bullish to neutral for the S&P 500. Gold up $25, trading at $17.93. Silver $1.14, trading at $26.99. Light sweet crude up 75 cents. Natural gas is up 0.3%, trading out at $2.94. 30-year Treasury up 10 ticks, trading at $157.18. Leading the charge dollar-wise, the upside, you've got BioNTech, BNTX up $19, 10%. Restoration Hardware almost 19, up 2 7/10%. Brooklyn Immunotherapeutics up 18, 37%. Mercado Libre 17, Mohawk Industries up 16. To the downside dollar-wise, it's Amazon $66, nearly 2%. Shopify 48, 4%. Novavax 29, 12%. The Trade Desk up 28. Estee Lauder down 24. So plenty to look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at, and right now nobody wants to look at anything. No request by email, none inside the Tiger's Den, and no callers on the line. So give us a call, folks, or get in touch with me. We've got one question here from Ruby. Ruby wants to take a look at the Dow. So let's go take a look at the Dow Equity Future contract out here and give Ruby some information. Now, can you look at the YM? You're short with a small profit. Okay, let's take a look at what we know about the Dow right here. Let's see if there's any profiles out here for you to assist you. Well, with regard to the daily profiles, no. Price is, dealing with the high from April 16th. That high was 34,144. Today's high, 34,116. So no profile information there. Ruby, let's go take a look at the bigger picture with regard to the Dow Equity Future contract. We can take a look at daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly profiles out here. So what we know right now is the only level of resistance from a profile standpoint, Ruby, inside the YM, the Dow Equity Future contract, is the top at weekly profile, and that's 34,144. If you see a close above that, 34,144, you most certainly would not want to be short the Dow. There's no other profile resistance level. You can see that there's an A to B equals CD pattern that's got a price projection of 36,980. That would be the one-to-one level out here. So that's when we take a look at this set of charts. Let's go take a look at my other set of charts here for the Dow. We begin by taking a look at the daily time frame. Here, do we have any kind of topping signal? The answer is we do not. All we have is just a sideways consolidation move. Another area of resistance is 34,185. That's the daily. What's the weekly chart tell us? The weekly chart tells us that this is a strong momentum move to the upside. This had a TD9 count pattern several weeks ago. Price just simply ignored that, and it's moving higher. So you've got that resistance level that you're looking at, Ruby, inside of the weekly time frame chart, and if price closes above that, it says get out of Dodge, and it wants to continue to move higher. I can't really give you the monthly take on this because that's not enough data. Let's go take a look at some of the short-term time frame charts. 15-minute time frame chart, Ruby's got a nice Rhodes momentum indicator top. Price has gotten down toward support, hasn't tested it, but 34.036 is the number. I would say on a short-term basis, that's what you're looking for. You are looking for price to close below 34.036. If it doesn't, well, you don't really have much of a short here, just a top with prices consolidating with inside that profile. The 30-minute time frame out here, we've got wave number 7, that's letter G. Price is still above that oscillator and change line, which is green. That's bullish out here. Support on the 30-minute time frame, 33,998. That's the level you'd be watching there. On a 65-minute time frame chart, there is nothing bearish about this charting time frame. Of course, I'm using the 60. I should be using a different set of charts here because that's really set up for the cash indices. So my apology there. 1 second. Let me get this populated. This may take a moment here, Ruby, to populate. But it's not going to change things too much out here. So it's just going to get us to that 60-minute time frame chart. So in the 60, on here, we were in 65 before. There's not going to be any significant changes here. No topping signal on that time frame. With regard to the 2-hour time frame, there is a TD9 count pattern. Price could pull back to the 33,964 level. Ruby, you're going to use those shorter term time frame. You're going to use that 10-minute here. Let me give you the 10-minute. The 10-minute says you've got support at all the way down at 33,943 out there. I don't know if that's the 33,998. Yeah, those are the levels to be watching and observing there, Ruby. So you got short-term topping signals, but boy, you don't have them on the larger time frames. Resistance on the weekly, absolutely. But watch that 34,144. I would be very hesitant about being short the Dow if, in fact, you saw the YM close above that. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much. You want lean hogs. Is that what it is, Bill? Let me do this here. We'll go to lean hogs in the next segment. Let's just take a quick peek around as long as we were taking a look at the Dow equity future contract and we were talking about profiles there. Let's just update you on the other equity future contracts. For example, the ES Mini right now, that has traded into the top of its daily profile. That resistance level at 42.01, today's high 42.02. This is a bullish structured profile. You won't get a change in trend signal until you see it close below 41.52. Now, we might get that. This candle right here on Friday, bearish engulfing candle, confirmed a Rhodes momentum indicator topping pattern out here. You can't see that on this chart. You'll just have to trust me out there. I wouldn't trust me, but I would say just trust me on that one. And so support, key level of support, 41.52. The NQ may be giving us the biggest signal come day's end. And that's by watching 13,806. Right now, price trading at 13,795. If you see a close below 13,806, it's the first nick in the armor, so to speak. But the real nick would come if there was a second closing below that tomorrow. Russell 2000 just consolidating with inside its bearish structured daily profile. Price did stop today where any counter trend rally should, and that would be at the 2291 level. 2291 is the center of that bearish structured profile. Steve Rhodes with TFNN right now. We got the Dow up 283, S&P's up 15. We'll be right back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, education educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So up on my screen right now is a continuous contract for lean hogs on a quarterly basis, just to get a big picture for Mr. Bill inside the Tiger's Den. In addition to that, Mr. Bill, I'm having trouble getting my Ninja Trader charts to pick up lean hogs correctly, so I won't be able to do that. But in the bigger picture out here, what we can see is that lean hogs were just simply in a consolidation pattern. Lasted for quite a while, takes us back into the 2016 timeframe, and the breakout took place in this year, in January of this year. You can see that price is broken out of that consolidation, and what it does is it gives us a measured move that's equal to or greater than a consolidation. So this chart here suggests that lean hogs are headed all the way back to the highs in 2014 in the 183 level. Now from that high down to the low, looks like I might have used the low from 2016, you can see prices made the 0.786 retracement level. So one of our Fibonacci elevator floors, and so you could see that you could see people perhaps get off of the elevator here. So that's the bigger picture with regard to lean hogs. Let's go take a look at the current contract and all of the contracts, really, and get a feel for what's going on there. So give me a moment here just to get back to lean hogs. Take just a moment. Here we go. So as we take a look at lean hogs, what we can see here, now the active contract is June. But, Bill, you asked for the July contract out here. So either way, it doesn't really matter. You can see that prices gapped up. Looks like the June contract is in the process perhaps of forming a shooting star candle, which would just set up resistance. But now you'd actually have a gap to the upside and a potential bearish candle. So which one is right? Look, there may be an A to B equals CD pattern out here. There certainly is. The question is, you were interested in July. So if we take a look at July out here, for me to do an A to B equals CD pattern, Mr. Bill, I've got to come all the way back here realistically, back to the October 2020 lows, and that's going to be a gigantic A to B equals CD pattern. Now, I had heard you posted, I think you posted in the den when you look at your lean hog chart, that you notice that today is day number 9 of a TD9 count. So I'm going to use my wingman, Mr. Bill, because I can't pull that chart up for some reason on my screen out here. So there is the potential for a topping, well, if in fact that's a TD9 count, today or tomorrow. No, today was bar number 9. So it looks like that there is the potential for a topping period that could just simply pull price back to support levels, and support here being 106.01. That's all I really have for you with regard to lean hogs. I hope that helps you out. And thanks so much for writing in and making the request. One question that we have right now in the queue. This is coming from Jeff G. And Jeff wants to take a look at CNNE. So let me get that going over here. CNNE. And let's come back over this way. Get to our 3 time frame charts out here. There we go. And let's go take a CNNE. First, let's figure out what this is. This is Cnne Holdings out here, trading out at 40.07. That is below the daily profile. In between, we're consolidating with inside the weekly profile and consolidating with inside the monthly. So support inside of this instrument, CNNE. I didn't see that we had a caller on the line. Do we have a caller on the line? If we don't, let's go to that. We'll come back to CNNE. Mark, are you on the line? No caller. Okay, Mark just put in a request. Okay, so we're back to CNNE. We have call ahead seating out here. So if you do call, you pretty much are going to get right through. So back to this. Support is between about 36.55. That's the bottom of the monthly. Up to, say, 42.81 is your resistance area out here. You're saying, can you take a look at CNA went long this morning? Okay, so let's go. So you went long this morning. This is looking pretty good today so far, but let's go take a look at the daily time frame, see what we can figure out here to help out Jeff. So, Jeff, as we populate the daily chart, oh, beautiful. You got a TD9 count Friday, I should say. And so we see why you went long. That TD9 count formed above TD9 breakout support at 38.75. So that's a beautiful thing. So here's the deal, Jeff. Price should target the oscillator and change line. That's at 40.44. You and I don't know where the price can overtake that. You would like to see price overtake that. You then have resistance at 40.73, 41.27, and then the 41.63, 41.62 level. That's your real significant resistance level. Clear that. That could be a signal up to 44.38. But with regard to your trade right now, see why you took it. Beautiful thing. Price should go target that oscillator and change line. You're looking for a close above that. Your weekly time frame for CNNE. What do we have out here? Not much, just the consolidation with inside the profiles. Let's go take a look at the short-term time frame charts. Nothing on the 30. 65, I don't have a pattern. Now I can see a 3 drive to a bottom pattern perhaps, but I'd really have to be squeezing that in out here. We won't. We're just simply the daily. You've got a TD9 count on the 130. Okay. And this is above the top of that. It's bearish structured profile. So what you're really looking at here is you'd love to see this close above 39.98. That you're at 40.07 right now. That's a beautiful thing. So you're certainly staying. That's just what it's really telling you, Jeff, is that price wants to go target that oscillator and change line for the daily time frame. Now, the proof of that's going to come from this 195-minute chart. Not that we have a bottoming signal out here, but you can see that price right now on the 195-minute basis has gotten itself right up to the oscillator and change line. When that changes color, as it did about say 8 bars ago or so, tells us that price and that line are going to catch up to each other. What you're looking for is a close above it. What is it? 40.06 as we speak right now at 1:24 in the afternoon. So I like the trade. I love the TD9 count bottom. See what happens as price gets up that 40.43. Watch these other small resistance levels we're pulling for you. That price closes above those and continues to move higher. So Mark from Texas wanted to take a look at Tesla. So let's get the Tesla charts here fired up. TSLA is the ticker symbol. And no idea what Mark was looking at or what information he wanted. So here's what we know. We'll just do the general overview. Right now, we've got a nice little consolidation in the daily and the weekly time frames for Tesla. That is between 679.13 and 701.73. On the weekly time frame, resistance 756, support between 575 and 647. It is a bullish structured profile. 649 is support on the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame formed a new profile last month below price, which is a bullish signal for Tesla. Let's pull over my other chart, see if there's any other signals out here for Tesla, any other information for Jeff. On the daily time frame, what do we got? Nada, zip, zilch. So just that consolidation. The weekly time frame, what do we have? Rhodes momentum indicator top. Price could be targeting this 575.58 level. If, in fact, Tesla closed below that, 404.9, 40409 would be the number. Monthly time frame chart, a Rhodes momentum indicator signal at prices above support, both the oscillator and change line as well as the top of that daily profile. So that looks pretty good. 15-minute chart, that still looks bearish out here. 30-minute chart, no signal of any kind of bottom. 65-minute, no signal of a bottom. 130, the same thing. So it does look like Tesla wants to move lower. So that 679 area, that's certainly in play out here when we take a look at ticker symbol TSLA. I hope that helps you out, Mark, with regard to the information that you were looking for. See if there's any other requests out here. Boy, I've got nothing. So what do we want to go look at? Well, I tell you what we're going to go look at. We're going to go look at the back of my eyelids during this breakout here. Just a little nap time for Stevie. I'm kidding. I'll try to find something that is worthwhile for you and I to review. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Back up, folks. We're going to take a look at ticker symbol VUZI. That is Vuzix Corporation. Trade right now at 21.28. This is trading with inside its daily profile, so support is at 2094. The question here is, or the request is, where is the next buy point? So that's a possibility. We're going to come back and take a look at 2094. Today's volume is it's pulling back about 4.4 million shares, going against 7 million shares from the trading day of April 21st out here. So let's pull over my other charts and see what we see. First, we take a look at VUSI. What do we notice? Well, that day that we were just talking about, that day of April 21st, that formed a TD9 count. So this is very similar to the instrument that we looked at just before we went to the breakout here. And that was to anticipate that price, you've got the TD9 count, should get up to that oscillator and change line. Now, price closed just above it. It did that on the trading day of April 26th. But this is why I use the two consecutive close rules, because one day above or below support or resistance out here just doesn't float my skirt up. And it shouldn't float yours either. You need some type of conviction. And one-day wonders, well, that's what this turned out to be, VUSI, because price got right back below the oscillator and change line, back inside its profile. Now it's going to explore the bottom. So a nice TD9 count bottom. What you don't want to see is this close below that TD9 count bottom, and that's at 20.01. If it does, what it's going to suggest is a move back to 15.29. So you're asking for an area to buy right around 20.04, and it's at 21.27. That would be the trade setup, and then you would go ahead and you would close it out if you saw a close below, not a spike below, but a close below 20.01. That's what the daily time frame chart tells us. The weekly time frame chart shows a Rhodes momentum indicator top, a TD9 count top, and price could easily be targeting 19.07. Go with the daily chart first, but if the daily fails, then you know you got 19.07, potentially 15.57, and even 10.65. We can't go there. We won't go there. We could go there, but we won't go there until you see how price would deal with 15.29. If it even gets down there, we don't know that it will. Let's look at the short-term time frames. 15 minutes says, okay, I'm trying to form a bottom, but I haven't. Rhodes momentum indicator signal, so nothing there. 30 minutes says the same thing. Wave number 7, I'm trying to form a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. It hasn't. 65-minute chart, when we populate this TD9 count out here, so you've got that. So knowing that the 65 minutes got a TD9 count, you want to see those bottom signals form on the, at least on the 30-minute time frame chart. The 130 out here, what do we have? We've got a bar number 8 of a TD9 count. 195 minutes, got a TD9 count bottom. You're in also bar number 8 right now. So, yeah, if you're looking for a potential trade here, because you've been watching this, VUSI, I'd say 2094 would be the place to consider taking that short trade out there. So I hope that helps you out, and thanks so much for the request. Were there another request? Yeah, okay, there's a request to go take a look. It's from our YouTube channel, and Gary wants to take a deep dive on gold and silver out here. Well, we'll do what we can. So with regard to Goldilocks, let's get to a couple of charts out here. Let's see what kind of messages we have from gold. Let's start with this chart. So here we can see inside of gold, you've got a couple different patterns that are listed here. You've got an A to B equals CD pattern. The 1-to-1 completes at 18.04. Today's high so far is 17.98. That's close enough for the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. Am I suggesting that you sell gold? No, I'm not suggesting that. We're just reviewing the charts out here. There's no bearish reversal candle to suggest that. All price is really doing is consolidating with inside its daily profile. Tested and rejected support last week. It did that on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Can't bust them down. What's it try to do? Bust them to the upside. Has it busted them the upside? Heck no. All it's done is got up to where sellers are. And what the sellers have shown us right now is they're sitting there at 1798.40. So that's what we've got going on there. If price can close above 1798.40, then we're likely going to see a move to the 1840 level. That is the measured move. That is the consolidation breakout measured move. So that's what the daily time frame chart shows us. Silver out here. Silver is more bullish than gold. We'll come back to the silver charts out here. When we're going to look at the silver charts, we're going to take a look at some other profiles, because right now price is above the top of its daily profile. Let's move on to the next chart here for gold and silver. Here it is for gold. You've got gold moving higher today in all of the major currencies out here. You can see price running into some trend line resistance with regard to how gold is priced in euros, but that's all that we see out there. If we take a look at the futures here, these are forward futures. We don't need this chart. Let's try this. Here's our 4-panel longer-term view of gold. So what do we know about Goldilocks? First, when this bottomed out here. Nice hammer candle. This is back on the trading session of January of 2021. It's a weekly time frame chart. So the first week of the year, you've got a confirmed A to B equals CD, or a confirmed Gartley buy pattern. Now, this is a bullish structured profile that we're looking at. So this is telling us that silver should be able to make the run. I'm sorry, gold. Sorry, I had silver on my mind. If I said silver, just to get rid of it. It was gold that we're taking a look at. So bullish structured. So you've got a bullish structured Gartley buy pattern with inside a bullish structured weekly profile, suggesting to move up to the 1881 level. Well, that just ties out to our consolidation measured move type of a pattern. That was in around 1840. Remember, it's equal to or greater than the consolidation, but that makes that 1798.40 just simply a real key level to watch. Will not be surprised to see gold just continue to consolidate with inside this range here. At least that's a signal right now. Now, that's a signal right now, but what we need to do is go take a look at the why didn't I do that, Steve-O? I'll do it now. We need to go take a look at the other time frame charts out here. So the deep dive with regard to gold looks bullish, but consolidating right now in between support and resistance. Nice dollar move today, but don't let the dollar move somehow stop you from asking the question and finding out the answer. Where are the sellers? We know where the sellers are because we have that unfair competitive advantage of knowing where those TAS market profiles are. As we take a look at gold here, another nice positive in that price is trading above the oscillator and change line out there. And so if in fact gold closed above the top of that profile, that would be bullish. From a weekly standpoint out here, what do we have? Well, what would be positive on the weekly? Remember, we took what we have on gold. We have a nice TD9 count bottom. There was an A to B equals CD with that hammer candle as well. So two nice weekly bottoming signals. And what price is trying to do this week is get above that oscillator and change line. So by Friday, you want to see a close above 1773.80. Of course, that number may change a bit, but we'll just use the 1776 number out there. And if gold closes above that, that's suggesting to run to the 1881 area. Short term, let's just go to the 5 hour first. What do we have? Double top. Rhodes momentum indicator signal triggered. Not a problem unless there's a bearish reversal candle. Bar number 7 on the 240-minute time frame chart. The 2-hour chart here for gold, what do we have? We've got a TD9 count top. This is suggesting that gold should pull back to 1780. The reason is, or the 1780-ish area. The reason is that the oscillator and change line a few bars ago, 3-4 bars ago, changed color. What we typically see over the coming sessions, I don't know how many bars that is. I just know that what we will see is we'll see that line and price catch up to each other. I don't know how it's going to do that. I know the oscillator and change line is at 1780 and price is at 1791. But very likely that is the test that will unfold here, especially with on the daily time frame price getting back to resistance. On the 60-minute time frame, what kind of signal do we have? We don't have one. No problem. How about the 30-minute? We don't have a. We do. We've got a TD9 count. Watch 1790.70. There's your number. 1790.70. If you see a close below that, you're going to see lower price inside of gold, just inside that daily consolidation. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we're going to go take a look at this silver. We had another request to take a look at gold and silver by email, so we're doing that here. We've already taken care of gold. We take a look at silver. You can see it's the July contract. That's the active contract. There's an A to B equals CD pattern, and that's assuming that silver. My apology. It's assuming silver can close above 26.76 today or 26.98. So if we take a look at the A to B equals CD pattern, our A point down here is on March 31st. The B point, there's a couple of them we could use. We're going to use the conservative one. That's going to be the April 8th high, and then the low is going to be from April the 13th. Price had made the 1-to-1 level, generated a bearish reversal candle. It's a dark cloud cover, and then price really just moved sideways. So price is above that high, above resistance. Prices hit the 1-to-1.272 level. So if silver is going to continue higher, 27.82 would become its next target in the A to B equals CD folklore. If we go take a look at our white background charts out here for silver, what are we going to find? We're going to find on the daily time frame that silver is also above 26.39. So you want to see a second close above that. Why 26.39? That's the TD9 breakdown level. A second close above that would say that A to B equals CD pattern, that next move, the 1.618 area, likely to be attained. Let's look at the weekly time frame chart. We look at the weekly time frame chart. Price right now trying to get back above its oscillator and change line. You'll want to pay attention to this come the end of the week. That's right now printed at about 26.85. That number will change, but right now price is above it, and that is slightly bullish. It's early. It's Monday, and that signal really needs to be looked at on Friday. 5-hour time frame, what do we have going on in silver? You can see it's triggered a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. Not a big deal unless a bearish reversal candle were to form. The 4-hour time frame chart, what do we have out here? We don't have anything, not a much, no top or signal like that. 2-hour time frame chart, as we look at it, we've got a TD9 count that is forming right now. So this 2-hour time frame bar, completes at 2 p.m. So there's 16 minutes out here. Remember, a TD9 count top has to occur on bars 8 and 9 or the bar following 9. So that does say that going into the 4 o'clock time frame, we could see a higher high before that would signal a TD9 count top. And that is for the 2-hour time frame chart. The 60-minute, the hourly chart out here, what do we have? We've got a TD9 count top there. That's suggesting price pulls back to 26.64. So that's what we have when we take a look at silver. Maybe one more chart that I might be able to share with you, the bigger picture like we did with gold. And that bigger picture gives us the opportunity to take a look at daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly. And as we do that out here, you can see that silver is trading inside a bullish structured profile. Support at 23.06. Support is really between 23.06 and 24.24. Resistance up at 30.24. The daily time frame, price above the, we've already really covered the daily ad nauseum out here. Monthly time frame, you got resistance at 28.45. That's the top of its profile. And the quarterly not really providing us with anything other than a bullish set of information out there. So that's what we see when we take a look at gold and silver out there. There was a question about short-term, real short-term. I don't think I hit the 30-minute chart. I'll do that. I think that was from Marty. He was looking at short-term. So 30-minute chart. What do we have? You've got wave number 7 out there, price coming back and testing the oscillator. TD9 count. So watch 26.93 or thereabouts, 94, 95, 92. Prices pulled back and tested that. So on a 30-minute time frame, the signal is neutral because you've got a TD9 count top. That would say a close above 2708 would be bullish. A close below 2693 would be bearish. Now, what I'm referring to, bullish and bearish, I'm just referring to the direction. Below 2693, you can see move to 2665 out there. So there's your short term, there's your long term, there's your whole term with regard to gold and silver. Thanks so much for the request and writing in. Yes, Ruby, a short on the YM should be very hard to do. And the reason is you got to be careful out here. The reason that you've got to be careful is we see days like this, like we have seen in the past here. And the Dow is leading the NASDAQ for sure. But this is telling us, especially when we take a look at this chart out here, this chart is showing us that the global flow of capital is moving to the U.S. There's no other way to read. I mean, we could ignore this, certainly, but we get to take a look at the performance. This is the performance since the beginning of the year. No, it's a weekly time frame, so it's not really picking up January 2nd or 3rd, whatever the first trading day of the year. But everything here is copacetic. We're looking at everything using the same time frames, and we can see that it is the U.S. that is pulling ahead. Ruby, the U.S. is pulling ahead. The U.S. is pulling ahead. I know it sounds like a recording out there, and that was actually live. The U.S. is pulling ahead, and so we have to be very careful. Not all first of all, sell in May. Rarely does it happen on the first trading day of May. A lot of times you see that knee-jerk reaction out there, but that's not typically when we see tops. And inside the Dow, we don't have any kind of a top. We don't have a top in the Dow or the Dow Equity Future contract. Doesn't mean that it can't top. It's just we don't have one of Stevie's topping signals out here to suggest that that is in play. You've got the Dow Equity Future contract on top. You've got the Dow Jones Cash Index on the bottom out there. You can see the TD9 counts out here. There is no topping signal just yet. Now, let me keep this chart up here. Not all tops form with one of Stevie's patterns out here. But one thing every top will do, if it's a top of significance, it'll break through support. And in the case of the Dow Equity Future contract and the Dow Jones, I can give you those key levels. For the YM, it's 33,227. That's its last TD9 breakout level. And on the cash indice, it's 33,526 out here. Those are the levels that you need to see price close below. But you've got to be careful with regard to the Dow, because we can clearly see when we take a look at this that the global flow of capital is finding some confidence here in the U.S. You can come up with all kinds of reasons why it shouldn't, but don't forget, you've got to take a look at this from a more global perspective than just what you see in your backyard, so to speak. So I hope that helps you out. And if it doesn't, well, my apology. No other questions out here. So what do we want to take a look at? Well, let's take a look at the New York Stock Exchange. I don't have the advanced decline volume information, but what I do have is the result of today's advancing issues, which have taken price back above the zero threshold level. You can see on my screen it's 27 and change out there. We did get a close below that on Friday. A one-day close below support. In this case here, the oscillator and change, not really support, but an important indicator area. One day close below, it tells us that buyers were always in control of the general market. Now, there's still a divergence that exists out here. That divergence is we've got price moving higher while we have a declining advanced decline oscillator. That's that second panel out there. Okay, Steve-O, so what does that mean? Excellent question. I'll tell you what that means. That means we've got to go take a look at the New York Stock Exchange, because this is a chart here with at the top I've got the New York Stock Exchange, and that's a divergence that I look at when we take a look at the advanced decline oscillator. So now let's pull over the New York Stock Exchange and see what we have out here. On the New York Stock Exchange on Friday, it confirmed a Rhodes momentum indicator top. It did that with that bearish engulfing bear sash candle. But what you can see right now is price is trading just slightly above the green oscillator and change line. The green oscillator and change line right now is priced at 16,342.42, or 4 points above that. A close above that oscillator and change line puts the New York Stock Exchange back into a neutral position. A close below it says, hey, Steve-O, there may be something to that topping signal inside the New York Stock Exchange. But if not, price is going to go back and tag the highs from Thursday. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So the weak link in the indices today is the semiconductors. So let's go take a look at the semis. Ignore the profile levels that show up on these charts. They're not correct. But let's go take a look at the cash indice out here. So what we know is that the semis formed a TD9 count bottom. This is on April 20th. And this kind of goes back to Jeff's question, I think, during that first segment. Where he took a long position in an instrument. We saw the bottom and said, hey, what you should see is at least price get up to that oscillator and change line. Here's just another example of that. And the semis did do that. They got above it, but they closed right back below it. Again, that's that 2-day Steve-O rule out here. But here's what we know right now. Prices negated that TD9 count bottom. There's an A to B equals CD down pattern that is playing out. Very likely where prices target in the semis is the 29.58.80 level. That would be your TD9 breakout support Let's look at the short-term time frame. Now, that's the bigger picture. That's a daily time frame picture out here. Let's look at some of the short-term time frames, see what's going on, make a different signal. So on a 15-minute basis, wave number 7, that's letter G, Rhodes momentum indicator bottom inside a bullish structured profile. If 3071 is taken out, a close above 3071, 3095 would be its target. The 30-minute time frame chart, I don't have a signal out here, but price is above that oscillator and change line. We haven't seen that for really quite a while out here. So watch that. That's suggesting the potential bottom. TD9 count on the 65-minute time frame chart. This is suggesting at least to move up to the 3098. So you got 3098 there. You got 3095 on the 15. Pretty odds favor right now that is where the semis are headed to. And maybe that's the area where you would go ahead and take a look at if you're looking to get short. I would say, Ruby, for example, I would spend time in the semis versus the Dow and try to sell some type of counter trend rally. So, folks, thanks so much for being here on Magical Monday. Stay tuned for 2 more great hours. David White's up next. Tom O'Brien will take us on home. I'll be back with you on terrific Taco Thirsty Tuesday. Have a magical Monday. Thanks again for being here.